Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel PC Geo Kimberlite. Today we are going to see an important topic from structural geology, joints, and this is the in the syllabus of SYBSc UGC new syllabus, which has been implemented from 2020 2021. And on that joint, we are going to see today the part one. And in that part one, we are going to see the definition, terms associated with the joints, and a geometrical classification of joints. Out of these three, what we have, the definition of joint will be asked for 1 mark. Any terms will be there, it will be asked for 1 or 2 marks will be there. If anyone is not there, then definitely a geometrical classification will be there for 5 marks. If geometrical classification has not come, then the terms associated with the joint, this will be asked for 5 marks. So from here, this is a important chapter is there for your semester as well as your final exam, for the those who are going to prepare for competitive examination. These are the important terms which will be there and which will be definitely going to help you in preparing the competitive examinations. I am Dr. Sajid Undekar, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Geology, AKIs, Pune College, Arts, Commerce, Science, Camp Pune, Maharashtra and India. And our college is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University. That is, formerly it has been called as the University of Pune. Yes, we'll start now. Today, what we are going to see in this joint definition, attitude of the joints, the classification of the joints, and the geometrical classification of the joints. Yes, we'll begin now. First one, we are going to see a joints. What are the joints? Joints are the divisional plane. It is the plane of weaknesses. Yes, it is a plane of weaknesses along which the rock has been split. Thus, whatever the compact solid rock is there, it has been split, and that particular split, the rupture which has taken place, this rupture along which there is a no moment. In the case of fault, there is a relative displacement has taken place, but in this case there is a no relative moment. The whatever the rocks are there, they may be closely associated with this fracture, or sometimes they may be open. So there may be closed joints or there may be the open joints. So they may be straight or sometimes they may be the curvy planar. So that will be the part will be there, and due to this the rocks, the weathering which will be going to take place in what we are normally in Maharashtra, what we are going to see, sedimentary is the more brittle one, but those we are staying in Maharashtra where we are basalt is there, in that we are going to see three sets of joints are there. So it is a plane of weakness along which the rock has been ruptured, and along that rupture there is a no displacement. It is a remain constant rock. The closely the both blocks which are ruptured, they have been tightly packed. So it is called as closed joint. But if there is a little bit space is there, then it is an open joint. And slowly these joints go on widening, and the huge compact solid rock which is there, it is broken into the two large masses. And this is the way the weathering has been taking place. And that particular joint may be in the sets, maybe one set, two set, three set. Here in this diagram, I have been going to show you that this will be a one set is there in the sedimentary rock, which will be there. And the joints may be straight or they may planar or they may be curvy planar. Joints differ from the joints with the displacement which along the surface. There is no displacement, that we already taken. Sometimes the moment at right angle to the joint plane takes place. Might be the whatever block will be there, they may be shifted, but there is a no relative moment as such we are going to make out. And whatever, if you see the length of these joints, it will be start from few millimeters to meters or hundreds of meters together. These joints will be there, and the thickness will be very small as a narrow one which will be there. The interval fraction of centimeters will be there, so that will be applied. The fracture cleavage is clearly space joint. Yes, fracture cleavage, that will be called as a cleavage along which the rock can be split on this. The mineral in the rock are parallel to the cleavage. Yes, those rock like in the metamorphic rock, the minerals like a biotite is there, or flaky minerals or elongated minerals are parallel together. Along this will be having the joint will be there, that is called we called as the fracture joint, or it is called as the cystosity will be, we are going to make that cleavage, cystosity cleavage will be there. Joints will be occur in sets, one set, two set, three sets, like what we are going to say in the calcite. Everyone has seen the whatever the say was one plane will be going from front to back of the face. This is your one set of cleavage. A set of parallel line will be there in this particular direction, front to the back of the observer. Second one from your left to the right, like a B axis in the crystallographic axis. Yes, it will be from left to right. This is another set will be there, and the third set will be there horizontal. So there will be one set, two set, or three set, or there may be joints may be absent. Those compact rocks are there, they may don't have the joints also. So joints are occurring in sets, one set, two set, three sets. Now come to the next one. It is a very important one, attitudes of the joints. The whatever the parts which are associated with the fault is there, we are going to see the attitudes. Now here whatever we joints are there, they are the vertical, incline, or horizontal. In all three we have the direction is there. Now here we are given shown you, this is the block diagram we are drawn, and in that block diagram, say example A B C D. Yes, actually A B C should be here. A B C D, this is the one, the vertical plane, and in that vertical plane we have HI. This is your joint. This is the inclined joint. Yes, this is the joint plane. And now here if you want to plane the H I J G, G H I J, yes, that is the labeling what we have made, G H I J. This is a one plane in this particular 3D block. This is the inclined plane. So this is what we have, the joint plane. Now this joint plane in this vertical plane, now what is happening, the inclined joint makes an angle with the horizontal surface. When we are going to make major angle present between the horizontal surface, what is that horizontal surface? This is what we have, the horizontal surface. With this horizontal surface, this inclined for joint is going to measure the angle, and this angle is 50 degrees. So that is the deep of a fault. Sorry, deep of a joint. This is called as a deep of a joint. Second one, the intersection line. Intersection line present between the inclined fault. This is the, sorry, inclined joint, because yes, yesterday I prepared a video on the joint, so might be by mistake I may repeat the fault instead of the joint. So I may apologize for that. So joints we have here, now it is the inclined joint. This is a plane. Now this plane has intersected with the horizontal surface. That is the, here we have this horizontal surface. So intersection line will be given as HG. This HG is called as the strike of the joint. This is the strike of the joint. So here we have seen the two things. One, strike of the joint. Second one, deep of the joints. Yes, so this will be there. So we haven't seen in this particular strike. You can see now north south will be the direction. Here we have north south is given, and the strike is exactly parallel to the north south, and the deep direction towards this side, that is towards the east, will be there, because it is a sloping in this particular direction. So that this direction will be there towards the east. And what is the relation between the strike and dip? The true dip direction, yes, the 90-degree, the strike and dip, they are perpendicular. And whenever you want to show the symbol, we will see that symbol. Strike will be shown a line, and a small arrow will be marked over here, and it is a perpendicular, that is shows you that true dip direction, and that is the 90-degree. If the angle present between the 1 degree to 89, then it is the apparent dip. Yes, remember now, this is already we have done that video. Those who want, they can go and see the that particular videos for the structural geometry. That is the we have been made for the true thickness, vertical thickness. In that we are going to make out that plan. Now the next one, the strike of the joint we have seen. The next one, deep of the joints, that definitions we have been seen now. Yes, now here you can see in the above figure, A, B, C, D is a vertical plane, and its strike is east-west. This is the strike is east-west, and this is the vertical plane is there. And the plane BDEF represent the vertical joint. BDEF. BDEF. If you make out this as a vertical joint, yes, this will be your, assume now, this will be a vertical joint, then that joint is also parallel to the north south. So that strike will be north south and this will be vertical plane. So here in this particular diagram, this is one we have drawn as the inclined joint, and here this is another one we have drawn as the vertical joint. The next one, GHIJK, we have seen the joint plane. This is what we have, the joint plane. It cuts the horizontal surface, GH, and hence the GH will be the strike of the joint. And the striking again the same, north-south. And the deeping towards the east by 50 degree, because already we have measured the angle over here. So that angle is already been there. So deep is towards the east by 50 degree. So here we are, these are the some symbols are there which normally we are going to use it in the FY basis. Especially I'm not going to see SYTY. Whenever we are going to see the portion of SY and TY, at that time those additional symbol which have been going to use, we will use in that, and in that will be getting that family. So for the FY, I don't want to give you more at a time. So whatever your required is there for the FYSY, that I am going to make out. So here what is there? The first what we have, this is the side. The straight line which is shown, the symbol is, this symbol shows that it is a strike, and the small symbol which is there, it is a deep, and we have written this particular 75, that shows that this particular deep is a 75 degree. The next one, if you see this particular line will be a strike, and now a square block has been made over here, and that shows that the vertical joint is the striking north is southwest, and the angle is perfectly tight. I've been purposely written over there that there is the 90 degree, because that will be the vertical joint. And when we have two strike lines, and in between we have the cube is there, dark cube, that symbol is the horizontal joints is there. Next important one, that is the joints classification. The whatever the joints are there, they have been broadly classified geometrically as well as genetically. Now we'll see what are the similar things which we are going to get in that. That geometrical which is there, it is purely descriptive. Whatever you're going to see, measure the attitude, strike and deep, on the basis of that we are going to make out, or we recognize whether it is strike joint, deep joint, oblique joint, like that we are going to measure it out, or bedding joint, that will be a similar type which is there in the fault. Then genetically are more significant, where we have to see that how they are originated. We have to go and make out, find out the source, how this particular joint has been formed, what are the forces which are acting on that. So that is the more significant one. Now easy to apply, whatever the geometrical applications are there, that is easy, but here it is difficult to apply. It is we have to take the very all the parameters together, and we have to make the analyze, and then only we can come to the conclusion that whatever the joints which we are going to get it out, what will be its origin is there. Not of use to understand the origin of joints. When you are going to describe the geometrical classification, at that particular classification, there is a no need to, we have to go and look out how these particular geometrical joints which are there, they have been formed. What is the origin? We don't they're going to discuss about the origin. We are going to just going to describe whether it is strike joint, deep joint, on the basis of their attitude, strike and deep, whatever we are going to measure into the field. But in the case of there in the genetical classification, we have to have the interpretations are there. Whatever we are going to get the data, we have to interpret, and we have to find out what are the forces which are there, and how, in which combination, in which particular circumstances that particular joint has been formed. We have to give, and that will be the genetical one. So now in this particular video, we are just concentrating on the geometrical classification. And this diagram is a very important one whenever you're going to go for the geometrical classification. Now simply what we have here, it is a block diagram we have been drawn. Now this block diagram, what we are going to make out, this is the sedimentary bed is there, and parallel to this bed we have drawn a one joint, second joint which is there, this one vertical joint is there, and the third will be here, and the fourth one will be here. So here we are going to make out the four important joints. Now this is the block diagram. In this A, C, so A, B, C, D, that is, I have made this one, that is A, B, C, D, that has to be there. So this is the what we have, the vertical plane, and in that vertical plane we have this joints. Now what for joints? M, N, O. Now, when you're going to make the MNO, this particular MN will be what we have. It is the strike. This is called as the strike joints. That this is the strike joints. You're going to see the intersection with the horizontal surface. This particular joint, it is not exactly vertical, slightly it is inclined. When it is going to intersect this joint with this horizontal surface, what is that? That is the uh, A, B, E, and here has to have some. I have been forgot the giving the name now. Yes, so that is there. So that is there. So that within this horizontal plane, MN is there. So this MN will be the strike joint. Come to the next one. Here we have a sedimentary bed, and parallel to this one we have a joint. What is that? JKL. JKL is a joint running parallel to the bedding. So it is the bedding joint. But in that bedding joint, IJ is also will be the your strike joint. Yes, that will be the strike joint. But here, the especially this particular joint, the nature is there. It is exactly parallel to the bedding. So this particular joint we called as the bedding joint, whereas M and O we called as the strike joint. Now, perpendicular to this strike joint, there is another joint, G, H, I. These are the joint. This is perpendicular to the strike, so it is parallel to the deep of the joint, so it is the deep joint. So G, H, I, these are the deep joints. So first joint is strike joint. This is your deep joint. Third one is your deep joint. This is the bedding joint. And the last one, PQR. This is the oblique, neither parallel to strike, neither parallel to deep, neither parallel to bedding. So it is neither. So in any direction, it is not parallel to strike, bedding, or deep of the joint. Then this particular joint will be called as a inclined or diagonal joint. Yes, so here we have one by one we have taken. So that definition you can take. The strike joint are those joint that strike parallel or essentially parallel to the strike of the bedding of the sedimentary rock. So here we have the bed. This is the bed, and this is joint of the bed, and this will be exactly parallel to these. All these three are parallel together. So that's why this will be called as the strike joint. Is BDEF. What we have? So BDEF. Here also the same one if you make out. This is also one of them, and MNO. This is the what we have. Already we have seen. This is the strike joint. Come to the deep joint. See now. A, B, C, D. This is also you can make out, but here this is especially we are given you GHI. This is the strike deep joint. Then oblique joint, neither parallel to strike, neither parallel to deep. So we have PQR. Then here one more is there, STU. This is another one. So this is the oblique or diagonal. So you will make out bedding joint. In this, the joints are parallel to the bedding. Whatever the sedimentary rock is there, exactly parallel to the sedimentary rock, we're going to have the joint. But it has got the same strike and deep of the bed. Yes, that is a very important. It has got the same strike and deep of the bed. Then JKI will be called as the bedding joint. Next one, a large number of joints are parallel. Yes, large number will be there. Then there will be set, one set, two set, or three sets. That will be there. Now here we have shown you. This is your one set running from front to back, left to right. Say this is the third one horizontal. That I have been shown properly with the diagram. Front to back of the observer. If you draw, this will be your first set of line. Then this is another set of joint, and this is the third set of joints. So one set, 2 set or 3 sets. That will be there, and the direction which are given on the basis of one is north south, second one is east west. Now remember, very important one, convention sign. Whenever you are going to see any map, the top, say here, now this is the top of a map, so this top is called as north, bottom is given as a south, right hand side is called as east, and left hand side is called as the west. So this is the conventions are there. On the basis of that, in examination you have to find out the proper direction, and answers you have to find out. Yes, in some there are the several north, south, west, one set, vertical. These are the angles which are given. That has been plotted, one set, two set, three set. That has been done. We have been plot the poles on the joint known as a point joints. Yes, various joint diagrams may be used to represent the attitude of the joints in an area, and the plot of the poles of the joints is known as the point diagram. So there will be a point diagram where we can to show these particular joints are there. So with this we have been completed the small topic which is there on the joints, definition of a joint, then the next one, terms associated with the joints, and a geometrical classification of joint. In that, strike joint, deep joint, oblique or diagonal joints, and bedding joints. If any examiner is there in SY, they may going to ask you a question from this topic, whether defined joint, maybe 1 mark, then second one, if one mark will be there because there will be the split because credit system is there. So now here we'll be having the chances that you can get the 1 mark 5 questions, or whether you can get 5 marks 1 question, and then we have 1 or 2 short note, or we don't have the 5 marks question, there will be a long question. So at that time, define joint and terms associated with joint, that will be a 10 marks, or define joints, describe the geometrical classification of joint, add a note on columnar joint or sheeting joint. Like for that, this will be asking you for the 10 marks. So you have to prepare this particular topic for your semester examination. And I hope you like this my video. If you like this one, kindly press the like button, share my video in your group circle, subscribe my channel, and without fail write down the comment so that I can get the idea that whether you like my video or you want something more in this. So in the future I can prepare, and uh, you can get that videos, and your knowledge will be enhanced. Thanks. Have a nice day.